Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Gaur, Hari Gaur, Hari Jai Gaur Premanande. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhans Parivrajacharya Ashtotar Shat Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charna Ravinda Bhakti Vedant Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya BBT Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhans Parivrajacharya Ashtotar Shat Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की श्री ग्रंथराज श्री मद्भागवत महापुराण की श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
You know the verse number?
Yeah.
8,
Yes.
7, 32. Yeah.
Going through the pages.
Yeah.
8, 7, what?
32.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanan Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 7, chapter entitled Lord Shiva Saves the Universe. And this is text 32. So we recite. कामाध्वर त्रिपुर काल गराद्यनेक
कामाध्वर त्रिपुर काल गराद्यनेक
भूत द्रुह क्षपयत स्तुतये न तत्ते
भूत द्रुह शपयत स्तुतये न तत्ते
यस्त्वन्त काल इदमात्मकृतं स्वनेत्र
यस्वान्त काल इदम् आत्मकृतं स्वनेत्र
वह्नि स्फुलिंग शिखया भसितन्न वेद
स्फुलिंग शिखया भसितं न वेद
कामाध्वर त्रिपुर काल गराद्यनेक
कामाध्वर त्रिपुर काल गराद्यनेक
भूत द्रुह क्षपयत स्तुतये न तत्ते
भूत द्रुह शपयत स्तुतये न तत्ते
यस्त्वन्त काल इदमात्मकृतं स्वनेत्र
यस्वान्त काल इदमात्मकृतं स्वनेत्र
वह्नि स्फुलिंग शिखया भसितन्न वेद
वह्नि स्फुलिंग शिखया भसितं न वेद
कामाध्वर त्रिपुर काल गराद्यनेक
कामाध्वर त्रिपुर काल गराद्यनेक
भूत द्रुह क्षपयत स्तुतये न तत्ते
भूत द्रुह शपयत स्तुतये न तत्ते
यस्त्वन्त काल इदमात्मकृतं स्वनेत्र
यस्वान्त काल इदमात्मकृतं स्वनेत्र
वह्नि स्फुलिंग शिखया भसितन्न वेद
वह्नि स्फुलिंग शिखया भसितं न वेद
कामाध्वरात् त्रिपुरकालगराद्यनेका
कामाध्वर त्रिपुर काल गराद्यनेक
क्षपयत स्तुतया न तत्ते
भूत द्रुह क्षपयत स्तुतये न तत्ते
यस्त्वन्तकाल इदमात्मकृतं स्वनेत्र
यस्त्वन्त काल इदमात्मकृतं स्वनेत्र
स्फुलिङ्गशिखया भसितं न वेद
वह्नि स्फुलिंग शिखया भसितं न वेद
कामाध्वर त्रिपुर काल गराद्यनेक
कामाध्वर त्रिपुर गराद्यनेक
भूत द्रुह शपयत स्तुते न तत्ते
भूताद्रुह क्षपयत स्तुतये न तत्ते
यस्त्व अन्तकालमिदमात्मकृतं स्वनेत्र
यस्त्वन्तकालमिदमात्मकृतं स्वनेत्र
वह्नि स्फुलिंग शिखया भसितं न वेद
स्फुलिङ्गशिखया भसितं न वेद
कामाध्वर
कामाध्वर
sacrifices for sense gratification,
sacrifices for sense gratification
like Daksha Yajna.
Dakshayagna
The sacrifices performed by Daksha.
sacrifices performed by Daksha
Tripura,
Tripura
the demon named Tripurasura.
the demon named Tripurasura
Kalagara,
Kalagara
okay, Kalagara,
Kalagara
Kalagara,
Kalagara
Adi,
Adi
and others,
and others
Aneka,
Aneka
many,
many
Bhutadruhaha,
Bhutadruha
who are meant
who are meant
for giving trouble to the living entities.
for giving trouble to the living entities
Kshapayataha,
Shapayataha
being engaged in their destruction.
being engaged in their destruction
Stutaye,
Stutaye
your prayer.
your prayer
Na,
No
not.
not
Tat,
that
that.
that
Te,
they
speaking to you.
speaking to you
Yahatu,
Yatu
because.
because
Antakale,
Antakale
at the time of annihilation.
at the time of annihilation
Idam,
Idam
in this material world.
in this material world
Atmakritam,
Atmakritam
done by yourself.
done by yourself
Swanetra,
Swanetra
by your eyes.
by your eyes
Vahni Spulinga Shikhaya,
Vahani Spulinga Shikaya
by the sparks of fire.
by the sparks of fire
Bhasitam,
Vasitam
burned to ashes.
burned to ashes
Na Veda,
No Veda
I do not know how it is happening.
I do not know how it is happening.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charna Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Translation. When annihilation is performed by the flames and sparks emanating from your eyes, the entire creation is burned to ashes. Nonetheless, you do not know how this happens. What then is to be said of your destroying the Daksha Yajna, Tripurasura, and Kalakuta poison? Such activities cannot be subject matters for prayers offered to you. Purport. Since Lord Shiva considers the great acts he performs to be very unimportant, what was to be said of counteracting the strong poison produced by the churning? The demigods indirectly prayed that Lord Shiva counteract the Kalakut poison which was spreading throughout the universe. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I'm very happy to be here at the board of Shri Shri Radha Pariseshwar, and I seek the blessings of His Holiness Jananand Goswami Maharaj. Actually, I'm not very qualified to speak in front of you, but as per your instruction, I'll try to speak something. I also seek blessings of Srila Prabhupada that I can speak something worthwhile on this topic. So this is Canto 8th, going on Chapter 7, which is Lord Shiva Saves the Universe. So this, if you see Canto 8, this has the major topic of Manvantara. All the different Manvantaras have been described in Chapter 8. Srimad Bhagavatam has 10 topics, and they are described by Shukadev Goswami in the second canto. Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanam utayah manvantaresha anukatha nirodho mukti rashraya. And these are the 10 topics, starting with Sarga, primary creation, Visarga, secondary creation, Sthanam, which means the planetary systems, Poshanam, which means protection, Uti, the inclinations, and then Manvantara, which is the current topic, Canto 8th topic. So you can hear, different Manvantaras and the pastimes happening in different Manvantaras, especially. So Brahma's day is being described. Currently we are in Vaivasvata Manvantara. So up to Vaivasvat Manvantara, different pastimes have been described from beginning of 8th canto. And then after Vaivasvat Manvantara, the future Manus they were also described in one of the chapters, all the future Manus. So how Lord protects in this various Manvantaras, how He renders pastimes with His devotees, that's the main topic of 8th canto. Also the various devotees, the various Manus, and how they are devoted to the Supreme Lord, how they demonstrate the principles of bhakti, that's the topic. So this particular pastime also is a very special pastime in which we see the churning of the milk ocean, and so many incarnations of Lord are appearing here, right? Churning of milk ocean is filled with various incarnations like that. There is incarnation of, Lord Ajita, and then there is Sahasrabahu, the Mandar mountain was getting submerged. So below Lord appeared as Kurma, above he appeared as Sahasrabahu, 1,000 headed or handed also incarnation. So that, Shri Radha Pariseshwar Bhagavan ki, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Prabhupada ki. So, incarnations, so many of them. Kurma, he was holding the Mandara mountain. Sahasrabahu was holding on top, so like hinge, he provided the support, top and bottom. Otherwise it was sinking, Mandar mountain. And then it was not sinking, but that it was falling on sides. So then he also sat on the top. So now it is firm, unlike that. And then he also entered into, Lord also entered into Vasuki, because he was going to be pulled, he was acting as a rope. So, it would have easily taken his life, isn't it? Somebody's pulled like a rope, you can imagine, churned like a rope. So Lord entered as mode of ignorance in him. And because in ignorance you don't perceive pain. In ignorance, like somebody's intoxication, you beat him, he doesn't understand it. Like that. So similarly, Vasuki was put into mode of ignorance so that he doesn't die out of the pain. And Lord also entered into the Asuras as mode of passion to act, and also as mode of goodness in the demigods. Because both goodness and passion are active. Both have activity. But one is enlightened activity and other is just, you can say passionate activity, unenlightened activity. That is mode of passion. So Asuras are in mode of passion very much, and demigods are in mode of goodness. So they become enthusiastic to churn. For that purpose, Lord also entered them and empowered them with those modes. And then now Lord is going to further appear. He is going to appear as Dhanvantari, bringing the churning pot, the pot filled with this nectar. Then he will also appear as a Mohini Murti. So this Leela is like filled with so many incarnations of the Lord. So especially what happened was the halahal poison came in the beginning. Before something good can come out, all the bad has to be taken out. So all the poison came out in the form of halahal, and it was so deadly it could destroy the whole universe. So they approached Lord Shiva, because he is in charge of destruction in one way, and he is also in charge of the entities which destroy, because he is himself in charge of destruction. So it was very appropriate that Lord Shiva gives the solution in this particular case. And also that Lord Vishnu could have easily counteracted, but you must have heard that Lord Vishnu wanted to give the credit to Lord Shiva. Rudrasya yashashaha arthaya. Madhvacharya says that because he wanted to offer Rudra great credit. So then Lord Vishnu, although he was capable of counteracting, but he arranged that all the demigods go to Lord Shiva, So this is the nature of the Lord. He oftentimes wants to glorify his devotee. And that's why in order to give them credit, he may get great acts. He may get great acts accomplished through them, So that doesn't make Lord Shiva superior to the Lord Vishnu. Prabhupada would oftentimes say that, when people would say, see, Lord Shiva drank the poison, it was not Lord Vishnu. So actually Lord Shiva is greater, Or they would say, in Rameshwaram, Lord, Ramachandra worshipped Lord Shiva. So that proves that Lord Shiva is greater. So Prabhupada said, Krishna worshipped Sudama. So does that make Sudama as Supreme Lord? Right? Krishna worshipped Sudama in Dwaraka. He put him on his own bedstead, and he worshipped him with all arati and everything. So by the same logic, Sudama also becomes Supreme Lord. Prabhupada said. So it is no argument actually. So the point is that Lord likes to glorify his devotee. He is actually so fond of his devotees that he himself worships his devotees. So that's what he shows through such pastimes. So here also Lord Shiva is actually is being requested to drink this halahal poison, take it, and so that the whole universe could be saved. And then that's how the demigods are praying to him, saying that it is actually no big deal for you. What is this drinking poison? It's a small thing. Why is that? Because even such activities like destruction of kama dhvara, meaning sacrifice performed by Daksha, Lord Shiva destroyed it because Daksha was very offensive towards Lord Shiva and even towards Lord Shiva's wife, who was daughter of Daksha, Sati. So Lord Shiva became so angry on him that he just destroyed that sacrifice completely. So there were many powerful people there, many powerful sages and all. In spite of that, Lord Shiva, he took the form of Veerabhadra and he just destroyed the whole sacrifice. So for him, if you can destroy the sacrifices presided by demigods and by sages, what is this halahal poison? It is nothing. So that's how they are praying. Also, he killed a great demon called as Tripurasur. This demon was very powerful, and demigods were finding very difficult to kill him. So then finally they requested Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva is known as Tripurari, one who is the enemy or the killer. Tripuraha, Tripurari, all these names are for Lord Shiva. Kala Gara, he also killed two demons named as Kala and Gara. Kala Gara proper translates as Kala Gara, which can mean two actually. It can mean the poison which was as good as death, or it can also mean two demons named as Kala and Gara. These demons were also killed by Lord Shiva. The story comes in Shiva Puran, how he killed the demons called as Kala and Gara. So they're saying that you kill all these, you destroy all such people like Tripurasura or these demons like Kala and Gara, or you destroyed the sacrifice which was held by Daksha. And in this way, those who are causing violence, you destroy them. And kshapayatah stutayena tatte. And even such activities, they are not cause of very great glorification of you. Because they are too simple for you. That's the point. Nastutaye, they don't behove to be your glorifications. Because they are too simple. Like that. Like some, sun is there. Vamshidhar, one of the commentators, he gives the example. Like sun is there. Sun can enlighten the whole universe, lit up the whole universe. And you glorify the sun. Oh, you lit up my room. Like that. You lit up my room. What is that glorification of sun actually? It's more like insult, right? It's insulting the sun by saying you lit up my room. Oh yeah, I lit up the whole universe. So similarly for Lord Shiva, it's like that. In one of the books, Lalita Madhava, Rup Goswami is saying there are some kings praying to Lord Krishna, and they say that when you glorify my Lord, you're so glorious, your activities are so glorious that when a conditioned soul glorifies you, it is more than glorification, it's more like an insult, because they don't know your glory and they try to glorify you. So it's not exactly like a glorification. Like they give example, they say that it's like somebody who is the emperor of the universe, and then you say to him, oh, you own so many villages, like that. You own villages, you own a certain land. Who is emperor of the universe, right? Like Napoleon Bonaparte, he was an emperor, a great emperor. And you say to him, oh, you own Paris. It's Paris. What Paris you're talking? I am owning such a huge tract of land. So similarly, Krishna's glorification by conditioned soul, they say is more like an insult. But still, they speak very nicely actually. Just as a mother, when the baby speaks broken words, the baby is not speaking actually very immaculately. It's not a very articulate glorification. But still, mother is so happy with the words of the baby, right? Even if baby is just saying mama, mama, oh, she's saying mama, mama. Oh, well, come on, she's not saying mama. She's saying just mama, mama, mama. But then that's how love works. You take it with so much of love and affection. So similarly, Krishna, when he sees conditioned souls like us trying to glorify him, he knows that this is an ignorant fellow actually. He doesn't understand my glory much. But still our words, they are taken by him because he has so much affection for us. They are taken by him like an infant speaking some broken words, trying to call him out. So that's how Srimati Radharani or Parisishwarji, they take our words like that. So that's why it's most important that we continue to glorify them. Yeah, we don't think that it is an insult, so let me keep quiet. No, we don't keep quiet. We just want to glorify them as much as possible, in fact, that's our process, We glorify Krishna, try to glorify him, preach the message of Krishna continuously. Prabhupada was once approached by one hippie, and hippie said that, Prabhupada, you are preaching so vigorously, but my guru said that, he was following some guru from India, and hippie said to Prabhupada that, my guru said that silence is golden, silence is the ultimate truth. Silence makes you more introvert. So Prabhupada said, what is that? No, silence is the ultimate truth. Prabhupada said, how does he preach that? How does he preach that? You understand? In order to preach silence, you have to break silence. Yes. Right? The glories of silence you can only speak when you break the silence. So Prabhupada said he's contradicting his own philosophy. Like that. Prabhupada was very witty and very intelligent. How one time another man said to him that, Prabhupada, Meher Baba, this Meher Baba is one leader from spiritual community in India. So Meher Baba says silence is golden, So Prabhupada said, that's good. So you should keep silent and I will speak. This was his. Because my philosophy is we don't keep silent, we speak. And your philosophy is silent, so you keep silent. I will speak. This it was like very extraordinary. Another one more time, like these are one of my favorite witty, Prabhupada answers. Prabhupada said once another boy was saying to Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, silence is the ultimate truth. I have learned that silence is the golden, silence is golden, as they say. So Prabhupada said, actually it's good because a fool is undiscovered till he opens his mouth. Oh. So you should keep silent, Prabhupada said. Because fool is undiscovered till he opens his mouth. So yeah, our philosophy is, yes, we glorify Krishna with whatever little ability we have. And it's their merciful nature that they accept this glorification and make us purified, by which we can one day come to a real standard of being able to glorify, Shri Radha Krishna and Gaunitaya Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. So that's the point. So for Lord Shiva, these activities are nothing. At the end of annihilation, in the annihilation, partial annihilation, Lord Shiva, it is said, Antakale idam atmakritam svanetra vanni spullinga shikhaya bhasitam ved. What to speak of destroying the sacrifice of the Daksha, or destroying Tripura, or destroying Kala and Gara, all these people. At the end of the annihilation, when he opens his third eye and he burns all the universes, planetary systems, it is said that it is bhasitam na veda. When that planetary systems are destroyed by him, he doesn't even know it. It is like so effortless for him that the planetary systems are completely burned, and he's dancing, or sometimes he's said that he's just meditating on Sankarsana. And the third eye opens and everything burns. So it's such a small effort for him even to destroy the universe. Then what to speak of destroying these Tripurasur and all that. And then what to speak of drinking this halal. This, you see how they are speaking like that. In Sanskrit, this is called as kaimutya. Kaimutya means what to speak of. Something so great you are able to do, then what to speak of, and then what to speak of. That's called kim uta kaimutya. This way. So na veda, he does not even know, because he is constantly meditating on the Supreme Lord. How much time we do?
Till 9.
Till 9. Okay, I'll end before 5 minutes. Okay. So that's how Lord Shiva has been glorified. He's just constantly, meditating on his Lord. Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranamastattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. He says to Parvati that I'm constantly chanting these names Rama, 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 Rama. Lord Shiva, one time Parvati asked him that, hey, all the time you are meditating, you are yourself Supreme Lord. Who do you meditate on? So that's when he answered by saying, Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame. O Manorama, O my beloved wife, I am constantly meditating on that Lord Ramachandra, chanting his holy names, Rama, Rama, Rama. Sahasranamastattulyam Rama Nama Varana. And one name of Rama is equal to 1,000 names of Vishnu. And one name of Krishna is equal to 3 names of Rama. So one name of Krishna is equal to 3,000 names of Vishnu. Like that. That's the power of the Krishna Nama. Like that. So in our Mahamantra we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the Rama there, Srila Jiva Goswami mentions in his explanation of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that Rama here means Radha Ramana, one who is actually the delightful, one who gives delight to Sri Radha, and that is Radha Ramana. But Prabhupada also explains that this can also refer to Dasharathi Rama, Sri Sita Rama, and it can also refer to Balaram, Balaram, who is also Supreme Lord's Tadekatma Rupa. So this is how Hare Krishna Mahamantra actually, it's an all-inclusive prayer. It not only includes Krishna and Srimati Radharani, but even incarnations, Lord's expansions like Sita and Rama, and also Balaram and his consort, like that. So that's all. So Lord Shiva, he's, for him it's very effortless job to do all these things. So that's why Prabhupada is saying also here that since Lord Shiva considers the great acts he performs to be unimportant, what was to be said of counteracting the strong poison produced by the churning? The demigods indirectly prayed that Lord Shiva counteract the Kalakut poison. See, they're speaking in a way that he has already drunk the poison. It's mentioned by Acharyas there that they are speaking as if it is Siddham, it is already accomplished. It is not yet accomplished actually. But they are like, it's just a near immediate future. And they also want to say, oh, what is this Kalakut drinking for you? It's nothing. Oh, okay, so I'm supposed to do that? Yeah, please. It's like that. That's how they are speaking to him, Kalagar, as if he has already accomplished it. Or we can say that he accomplishes it also in other days of Brahma. So in a way that the pastimes repeat also. So that is fine in this particular way, like that. So if you see, the prayers also here are being offered as if Lord Shiva is like supreme. Huh? If you see in the prior verses also, the prayers were being offered like that. Because here Lord Shiva is being offered prayers like supreme because he is not different from the supreme Lord, right? We do understand that he is Ishvara himself. It's just that he is Ishvara who is in touch with the mode of ignorance, you know. But actually he is Lord himself. He's not a Jiva. Lord Shiva is not a Jiva like Brahma. Brahma is a Jiva. But Lord Shiva, he is Ishvara. But he is Ishvara who is Maya Sparshita, who is in touch with Maya, with the mode of ignorance. And that is by his own will that he has become, he has accepted the touch of mode of ignorance. It's not like us who are forced due to our karma to be in touch with material energy. But Lord Shiva is Svechaya, Vishwanath Chakravarti says. By his own desire, he has accepted that kind of role, where he is in touch with mode of ignorance and he does the destruction as a service to the Supreme Lord. So that's why he can be offered prayers as good as Supreme Lord. But one should understand still the position. Still Supreme Lord remains the source of all the expansions and even of Lord Shiva. So in the material world, Lord Shiva is called as Rudra. Rudra, and he takes 11 forms when he is destroying the whole universe. And in the spiritual world, that same Lord Shiva is called as Sada Shiva. He resides in one of the Vaikuntha planets, which is transcendental planet. It's also called Kailas, and which is part of the spiritual world. And that particular Sadashiva, you know what he does there in his abode? They are constantly chanting the glories of Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Sanatana Goswami explains that when Narad Muni goes to the transcendental Kailasha, so then he finds that Lord Shiva is just there with Uma, with Parvati and Ganesha and Kartikeya, and all of them are doing Sankirtan. They are chanting the glories of the Lord this way. So those who are pure worshippers of Lord Shiva, as per Sanatana Goswami, they go back to that abode. So under Lord Shiva's instruction, they are worshipping and they are glorifying the Supreme Lord constantly over there. But they have to be pure worshippers of Lord Shiva. If they are worshipping Lord Shiva with a desire for material enjoyment, then such people, they again come back to the material world. They are offered great benedictions by Lord Shiva, but that is considered Sakapata Kripa of Lord Shiva. Sakapata means with some cheating. Kapata will be like cheating or duplicity. So Lord Shiva offers his mercy with cheating and without cheating. Sakapata Kripa and Nishkapata Kripa, two kinds of mercies. So Lord Shiva's mercy, which is Sakapata, is when he offers you great benedictions like wealth and a beautiful wife or husband or like that. All such benedictions are considered Sakapata Kripa. Meaning he is offering you what you are desiring from him, but that's not exactly his real mercy. His real mercy is known as Nishkapata Kripa, and that is basically when he offers you the pure devotional service, when he guides you to the path of Krishna Bhakti. And there are many examples like that who were worshippers of Lord Shiva, and they were very sincere worshippers of Lord Shiva, and they were directed by Lord Shiva on the path of devotional service. So that's nature of Lord Shiva. In fact, you worship him with a pure desire, then he would direct you to the path. So sometimes we may meet followers of Lord Shiva. At least we can tell them that would you like to pray to Lord Shiva that please offer me the best thing that you consider, like that. And they would say, yeah, that should be the prayer, exactly. So if they pray like that to Lord Shiva, one time I was meeting a person in Varanasi, and then I asked, what do you pray to Lord Shiva? He was saying, Sukha Sampatti Gharave, Dukha Mite Thanaka, I pray for some wealth and I should get rid of all the physical maladies so that I can serve him nicely. That qualifier was put. So then I just said to him, why would you not like to pray like this, that, oh Lord Shiva, I consider that these things are best for me, but you know what is best for me. So why don't you give me what you think is best for me? So he said, yeah, that's a good prayer. I should pray like that. So then he said, okay, I will pray like this now henceforward to Lord Shiva, that please offer me what you consider to be the best thing, like that. And then suddenly, if somebody is praying with sincerity like that, Lord Shiva would bestow pure devotional service, because that's his nishkapata kripa, like that. So here we see that Lord Shiva is being glorified from that angle, that he is the one who always is ready to help the living entities. He is taking the trouble for living entities. So later it will be connected very nicely by Prabhupada to preaching, how the preachers, the great devotees, they take trouble for the masses. They go out and they want to put their own life in great difficulty or even anxiety for the sake of others. Prabhupada even gave example of Jesus Christ for that. So the preachers of Krishna consciousness, although it may be sometimes very hard to travel, and they might be having difficulties bodily, but we see that they are traveling everywhere so as to enlighten people and share Krishna consciousness, revive this Krishna consciousness in them so that they could be happy. So that not being able to tolerate others' suffering, paradukha dukhi, that nature of Lord Shiva is being glorified here also. And that's the nature Prabhupada also relates to the preachers of Krishna consciousness, spiritual masters, that how they are also, for the sake of ignorant masses, they are taking so much of trouble. They are putting their life, putting their sweat and toil, putting all their life's energy so as to enlighten people. So actually we are very grateful to all these great spiritual masters and great devotees who are in this way enlightening us and trying to make us serious in bhakti, like that. Because that's the nature, paradukha dukhi, one who is... See, in this world, Sridhar Swami says in one of his commentaries that in this world, it is not very surprising that if somebody does some good to you, you want to do some good to him. That's not very surprising. That's a virtuous soul. But he says, but the Vaishnavas are so exalted that even if you have not done any good to you, any good to them, or even if you have done something, undesirable to them, but they have such a nature that they want to benefit only. They want to benefit you. So that's how we see that personalities like Srila Prabhupada, and they traveled all over the world and tried to, lifted the people who, like, it's only from Prabhupada's side, right? Like, what have we done for Prabhupada in a way that he desired to do welfare of the whole world. So that's his nature, paradukha dukhi, unlike that. So we can just little bit reciprocate, because we have received his mercy. We can try to reciprocate by becoming humble instrument in his movement, as a humble servant of spiritual master, like that. That's how. So this nature of Lord Shiva, of being paradukha dukhi, he is very compassionate towards all the fallen souls. So when he saw the universe is in danger, he is ready to himself drink the poison, like that, this way. And it's a very amazing commentary in 10th canto, where it's talked about how Lord Shiva, when he drank the poison, he knows that in his heart there is Lord, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Sankarsana. Basically, Lord Shiva worships Lord Sankarsana. Sankarsana is his beloved deity. So in his heart resides Lord Sankarsana. So when he drank the poison, he did not allow it to go to his heart. He just kept in his throat. Because he was thinking, oh, I don't want to trouble my beloved Lord Sankarsana by allowing that poison to go down. So I will just hold it in my throat. So he just stopped it at throat, and that's why he's known as Nilakantha or Kalakantha, one who has a blackish, bluish throat, because he kept the whole poison like that. Of course, he can destroy the poison also, but the point is, even while drinking something like poison, his meditation on Sankarsana is being glorified. Even while doing that, he remembered, oh, my beloved Lord is in my heart, so I won't allow the poison to go further in this way. So this is mentioned in one of the commentaries in the 10th canto, like that. So that's what we can, these are a few things we can learn. So we seek blessings of Srila Prabhupada to develop that little bit mood of, at least some spark of mood of his compassionate preaching. And of course, from Maharaj, I also seek blessings for the same. Really. So I think I can pause here and see if there are any comments or any questions. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Krishna Prabhu.
Hare. Please correct if I spoke anything incorrect.
Correct. Okay, I guess the question maybe, sometimes we hear, as you mentioned, kind of subject matter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, emphasize in the first canto creation, whatever it is.
Yeah.
In the 8th canto Manvantar. But elsewhere we read it, I think Krishna Chakravarti was commenting on that, is that in all 10 cantos you find, all cantos, not just 10, you find all the 10 subject matters in each canto.
Okay.
So really, each canto is kind of like, it's sometimes hard for me anyway, to relate.
Yeah.
This canto is a little easier. These several chapters dealing with Manvantar avatars.
Yes.
But I don't know. I mean, there seems to be some different angles of vision on that one.
Okay, yes. So this is analyzed by Srila Jiva Goswami in his Tattva Sandarbha, and also Vishwanath Chakravarti speaks about it, as you mentioned. So he says that the cantos are named and they are ascribed a certain topic only on one logic called as Pradhanyena Vyapadesha Bhavanti in Sanskrit, which means Vyapadesha means names. The names are awarded by Pradhanya, by what is the major topic over there, So you award a name to a canto, a topic to a canto, only on the basis of what is majority. So if majority of the topic is Manvantara, then you say that 8th canto speaks about Manvantara. But there are certainly other topics. So what Jiva Goswami has done is, canto by canto, he has told which all topics are there. So Vishwanath Chakravarti or Jiva Goswami, they don't exactly say that all the topics are there, but they say multiple topics are there in every canto, like that. So like they say that there is one topic which is just throughout everywhere, which is Poshanam, which is the protection by the Lord. So they say that's there in 1st canto, 10th canto, 11th, 12th, anywhere. And that is one topic which they say is throughout, like that. And also there is another topic which is throughout is Ashraya. Ashraya is Samam Bonam, Krishna and Krishna's glories. It is connected either in direct way or indirect way, but it is there. But rest of the topics, they may be spoken primarily, like 2nd canto speaks primarily Sarga, creation. 3rd and 4th primarily speak the Visarga, secondary creation. Sthanam, the planetary system, is primarily 5th canto. 6th canto speaks the protection, Poshanam. 7th speaks the inclinations. So this is all being defined or ascribed depending on the majority. Maharaj, as I said, Pradhanya is the word used there. Like Varanasi, it's they say Varanasi is a city of Pandits, But it's not that everyone is a Pandita in Varanasi, right? There are a lot of fools also there, But then you still say that it's the city of Sanskrit scholars, because Majority, many of them are Sanskrit scholars that way. So like that, even in Bhagavatam, every canto can be said to carry one major topic and few other topics. So that's how they shed light, Maharaj. Is that
10 topics, there's 12 cantos.
10 topics, 12 cantos, yeah.
What about the other 2 cantos?
So that's what. The first canto is considered Upodghata, it's considered introduction. And the 12th canto, if you see, especially talking about the 12th canto also, it's like Shukadeva Goswami leaves in 12th canto in the fifth chapter. After that, Sut Goswami is just sort of summarizing the whole thing. So that's why 12th canto is also not said to be having some like very big major topic. So basically from 2nd to 11th you ascribe those 10 topics. That's how you do it. So this is Jiva Goswami in Sarva Samvadini, Tattva Sandarbha commentary, like that. Yeah.
Because it seems to be said from the 1st to the 10th.
What was that?
I thought it was from the 1st to the 10th.
Yeah, actually Prabhupada, in a way that he begins to name from first canto where he has named as creation. And one time because in first canto there is really not much creation. Actually it's not there. In second canto creation is there. So one time I checked about this also with His Holiness Bhanu Swami Maharaj, because he is also expert in all the commentaries plus Prabhupada. So then he showed something interesting. He showed how Prabhupada had named the cantos in Jaladuta diary. In Jaladuta diary, Prabhupada names the cantos that he wishes to name, the Bhagavatam cantos. And quite surprisingly, there he has named first canto as introduction and second canto as creation.
That's in his diary?
It's in his Jaladuta diary. It's there in Veda-based folio. So I think second canto he names it as the cosmic manifestation or the creation. But first canto he doesn't name creation. That's how. So those names appear to be quite in line with the Acharya's names also. Like that. So the current